Hey everyone, welcome to the very first video of Journal of a Crone. I'm Ina and I'm a hedge witch from the Philippines. The main reason why I thought of starting this channel was I can't find a flip through video of the Goddess Tarot, originally known as Celebrity Goddess Tarot deck by Faye Orlove. So I'm making this one because I'm really having a great time with this deck, and the whole feel of it is like a friend with so much stories wanting to be heard. In the next few weeks, I will be posting a pick a card and a couple of flip throughs and maybe some witchy videos too. So enjoy this one. The Goddess Tarot deck is actually a dream deck of mine. It's the very first tarot deck that caught my attention when I was still getting tarot readings from my readers. And I first saw it in 2017 with its first or second edition, and now this is Faye's 2019 edition. It's the third, I believe, and there are some cards that were changed already and some cards were moved to another card, so I actually would love to get hold of the first ones because some cards that I love, some celebrities that I love are there. And yeah. So technically this is not an unboxing video because I've used this deck a number of times already, and I think I will never do an unboxing video because I usually spend a day or more with my decks and meditate with them to fully know them. But you do you. If you want to use your deck right away, it's your choice. But for me, it's how I know my deck, and it's how my deck gets to know me as well. The Goddess Tarot deck is in a tuck box. On the back are the featured celebrities, and on the side is the Goddess Tarot deck. Yeah, there were just few dents when it arrived, and it's because I'm from Philippines and this deck traveled a long time. So it's printed in PRC, and let's open this one. The very first card is of course the Fool, and it's with Britney Spears. I actually just have some issues with this because there are like ink stains or whatever you call it and some prints, which kind of put me off, but I love this deck so much, so yeah. I definitely agree with Britney Spears being the Fool, no doubts in that. So this is the back, Goddess Tarot deck. It's just a text, nothing that special. And the next one is my favorite, Stevie Nicks as the Magician. I would actually quite want her more as the High Priestess, but as a magician, I actually see it as well. The next card is Carrie Bradshaw, and to be fair and to be really honest, I really don't like Carrie Bradshaw's role in Sex and the City, and I quite don't see her as the High Priestess as well. So this card I quite disagree with, but in readings it's magnificent. But whenever I use it for a reading, I don't read it as Carrie Bradshaw or connect it with her. I just read it as the Priestess. The next one is Courtney Love as the Empress, and the Queen herself, Beyonce, as the Emperor, and AOC as the Hierophant. And then Lorelai and Rory as the Lovers, which I adore this card so much. This is actually my first time seeing the Lovers as a mother and daughter figure. It's usually lovers, and it's a good take on this card, so this is a good one. And I love Gilmore Girls as well. The next one is Cardi B as the Chariot, and Serena Williams as Strength, Patti Smith as the Hermit, Kim Kardashian as Wheel of Fortune, Olivia Benson as Justice, Lana Del Rey as Hanged Woman, Miley Cyrus as Death, which I totally agree, Casey Musgraves as Temperance, Rihanna as the Devil. Okay, so Amy Winehouse is my favorite musician of all time. Since I was a kid, I was a kid when she was still alive. I adore her. I adore her boldness, and I think I really held on to it. And I get why she's the Tower. So whenever I get this card or I read somebody with this card, I actually really have good stories that my intuition tells me, because I feel like Amy Winehouse's story as the Tower is not just a different aspect or a different interpretation, but she embodies it. And I think her life is really the Tower, which is quite sad. And next is Brie Larson as the Star. This I love as well. Angelica Pickles as the Moon. Lizzo as the Sun, of course. Roxane Gay as Judgment. And Michelle Obama as the World. Now we go to the Minor Arcana. First is Normani as Ace of Wands. Baby Houseman as Two of Wands. Jennifer Lopez as Three of Wands. Chrissy Teigen as Four of Wands, like this one. Katharine Hepburn as Five of Wands. Linda Ronstadt, I hope I'm not butchering the name, as Six of Wands. Sailor Moon as Seven of Wands. I love this because it's actually really true as well. She's Seven of Wands. Greta Thunberg as Eight of Wands. Dolly Parton as Nine of Wands. Maya Angelou as Ten of Wands. And Jenny Lewis, another musician that I love, is Page of Wands. Another person that I love, which I agree, is Knight of Wands, is Aubrey Plaza. Toni Morrison as Queen of Wands. Princess Diana as King of Wands. And I actually love Faye's interpretation of this, and she posted it a while back on her Instagram. Maybe I'll have to link it below. And now for the Suit of Swords is Malala as Ace of Swords. I believe this was Lord before, that's why I kind of want to get that deck as well, because I love Lord. And I believe Malala is I forgot what card she was before, but as Ace of Swords, I get it. I like her, I love her, I adore her, and I'm really inspired by Malala's life. RBG is Two of Swords, classic. And Heidi Montag as Three of Swords. I was researching a bit about her the other day, because Three of Swords is one of my favorite decks. Favorite cards, sorry. And I was reading so much about her life and everything that she's been through. And yeah, maybe I'm still figuring it out, how like her life is an embodiment of Three of Swords. So we'll get there. And then Julia Louis Dreyfus as Four of Swords. Tonya Harding is 5 of Swords. Sheryl Crow as 6 of Swords. Helga as 7 of Swords. I like her. It's deception and I like this card. Frida Kahlo as 8 of Swords. Sylvia Plath as 9 of Swords. Buffy as the 10 of Swords. And another favorite in this deck is definitely Elle Woods of Page of Swords. You just get it. I love her so much. Such an inspiration. Daenerys Targaryen as Knight of Swords, and I know some are like, why isn't she Queen of Swords? With her actions and her drive, she's definitely a Knight of Swords more than a Queen of Swords. Ariana Grande as the Queen of Swords, and the next one's my favorite, Lisa Simpson as the King of Swords. Love this. Next is the Suit of Cups. If you're following my Instagram, you know that I've posted this as part of my Fave Card Friday, and this is my all-time favorite Ace of Cups amongst my small deck collection, and it's because Carly Rae Jepsen and the whole Emotion album is the perfect embodiment of the Ace of Cups. So the next one is Ruin Jules as 2 of Cups, and watch Euphoria too, great one. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler as 3 of Cups. Victoria Beckham as 4 of Cups. So if you've been reading, or if you know this deck as well, you know that the original 5 of Cups is J.K. Rowling, but because of her transphobic actions, Faye decided to change this one to a much better one. And I can say it's much better because I love Daria. Daria is my childhood cartoon, and up until this day, I like her and she's my favorite. And I'm more connected to her as 5 of Cups than JK, so this is a good one. So now my original JK Rowling card was burnt and thrown away, and this one is the one that I use now. It's Daria as 5 of Cups. Next is Rosalia as 6 of Cups. Tina Belcher as 7 of Cups. And my all-time favorite card is 8 of Cups. I just have so much connection with it. Maybe not in my state now, but every time I see this card, there's a strong connection with it. And this card being Lindsay Lohan was really close to home, so yeah, I actually don't have much words for it. If you know her life, definitely know that she's an 8 of Cups. So the next one is Julia Roberts as 9 of Cups. Tegan and Sarah as 10 of Cups, about family. And I like that it's a teacup. And Fiona Apple, another favorite of mine, as Page of Cups. Paris Hilton as Knight of Cups. Solange as Queen of Cups. I like how she drew it as well. And of course, Oprah as King of Cups. Last one is the Suit of Pentacles. So the first one is Sandra Oh as Ace of Pentacles. Romy and Michelle as 2 of Pentacles. Simone Biles, I'm sorry, I know her, but I think I'm just not quite familiar with how her name was pronounced, is 3 of Pentacles. Naomi Campbell, as 4 of Pentacles, and Winona Ryder as 5 of Pentacles, free Winona. Camila Cabello as 6 of Pentacles. RuPaul as 7 of Pentacles. I know RuPaul is also in another card in its first 2 editions before, but yeah, I get how she's 7 of Pentacles. Sasha Grey as 8 of Pentacles. Anna Nicole Smith as 9 of Pentacles. Lindsay Bluth-Funk, not sure, I'm so sorry, 10 of Pentacles. Emma Watson as Page of Pentacles, even though at times I actually see her as a sword more. And another favorite of mine, she's my all-time favorite, the Office character, is Kelly Kapoor as Knight of Pentacles, and her cell phone. Carrie Fisher as Queen of Pentacles. No, sorry, if you haven't seen that closely. And last one is Mariah Carey as a perfect embodiment of King of Pentacles. So yeah, that's it. To be honest, I'm actually not much concerned of the cardstock. I think I'm just not that type of reader. But okay, and I'm also not good in shuffling, but it's not the thickest one, as you can see. Sorry if it's not on focus. And yeah, but it's easy to shuffle. It doesn't fly away. And it's really a good one. Or I guess I'm really just used to reading with this one. So yeah, I won't be doing a pick a card or a reading for now with this deck. I'll be doing it as a pick a card in the nearest future, or you can check out my Instagram. I did a quick reading with it with my other favorite deck, Literary Witches. And yeah, if you want to buy this deck, you can go to the link in my bio, or you can go to fayeorlove.com and go to her shop. She's easy to talk to as well, and yeah, it was definitely one of the decks that is really worth it to buy. So hope you have a nice day.